me, Chris Michael, and this is
Shane Betcha Cruz.
We're going to be doing a live podcast today, which is the first time we've ever done this. Whoa! About how to get paid more as an entertainer. And this is a question I get all the time, not just from magicians, but people in general who don't think that magicians can, charge more than a couple $100s. Here's kind of the tips and tricks on how to do that and make it far worth it to your clients.
Yeah, what's up, Tyler? That just joined. Tyler
Hey.
Lee. Also, we're recording this live on Chris's personal page, and we're recording it on the camera to post to YouTube. So to our Facebook people, if we look up, it's because we're talking to camera. To our camera people that are watching it on YouTube,
Look down here.
We're looking down here.
We're reading comments or checking in who's there.
Yeah.
So we're going to let some people filter in. We're not going to take time to do that away from this. We're just going to kind of go through the material. And if you are joining in late and watching this and you're going through the beginning, just know that you can skip back through to go back to hear some of the things that you've missed, because there's a lot of really good info in here. Again, just like every other podcast we make, we're not going to try to go too in-depth on any one topic because these can be future episodes, but we will just kind of brush over the basic things that you need to know about this, and we'll also give you some resources on places where you can go and find more information about the things we're talking about.
Yeah, and these are going to be actionable things that you can do. Not like a lot of books that you're going to come across or online things that kind of give you just generalities of things to do and don't really give you actionable things that you can literally go and do today to increase your business. So let's first say why we're doing this specific episode. It's not just because we feel that, Chris feels or I feel that we have the
secret formula.
Yeah, the secret formula, or that we're better than anybody else.
Well, the secret formula, it is just go to college.
That is not the formula, actually. Good Lord, don't get me started on that.
I just knew that
formula to fail.
I knew that would fire him up. He hates it when people say that they have to go to college to be successful, which I agree is not true, and that's going to be who has a degree. But
yeah, so we've gotten questions from magicians all the time, Chris, nonstop, about how do I?
Oh, Juan Chica. I thought that said John Cena.
That would have been awesome. Sorry,
I was
Juan.
sorry, Juan. I was like, John Cena wants to learn how to charge more as a wrestler?
He should.
So Shane wanted to talk to you guys about why it's important to charge more as an entertainer. Do you want to speak on that? Or increase your perceived value, as we're going to call it?
No, I think it's important to charge more as an entertainer because when you start out in the field, you either do it for free or, you charge a couple $100. And while that's good and it gets you started, it's not good for long term, especially when you get to a higher level where you're charging thousands of dollars. Now when the client, potential lead, calls you and says, well, this other guy could do it for $200. Now you're literally bringing the entire industry down as a whole.
Exactly.
You're letting people think that, magicians or performers are just worth $200. Like, why would I pay you $2,500 when I could literally pay this other guy $200?
Exactly. And we're going to go into that a lot deeper. One thing I want to say is that a lot of people have trouble with the morals, the feeling in their stomach of, but how do I, like imposter syndrome, how do I have the right to charge people thousands of dollars to do an hour stage show? Listen, it's not about the time that you're taking to perform. It's about all the time that took into becoming a magician or a musician, learning your skill and craft, practicing, being comfortable on stage, becoming an expert. All these things we're going to talk about. But I do want you to know that there are people who charge $100,000 for a 60-minute speech, and they're not even doing a single card trick. They had to take very little prep time. They just get up and talk about anything or do a questions and answer and make $100,000, and people are fine to pay that. So as a skillful entertainer, it is okay for you to charge what you feel that you're worth. And remember, it's not just about what you're providing in that moment. It's about all the work that went into building you up as an expert and an entertainer to begin with. So we called this episode How to Get Paid More as an Entertainer, and we know that the real thing that we need to talk to you about is how to increase your perceived value. Because the one way you're going to earn more, there's two ways, is do more shows or charge more, and then, of course, both. But in order to do charging more and also doing more shows that kind of go hand in hand, you need to increase your perceived value for your clients.
Yeah.
You need to seem more valuable.
Exactly. So we have 5 different things that you can do to increase the amount of money that you get paid as a performer. So what is number one? Let's get started with that.
Number one is don't be a commodity.
And what does that mean?
So a commodity is something that people can find pretty much anywhere. It's the product that they care about, not the person behind it or the brand or the company behind it. For instance, there's so many examples that we can use because there's a lot of things that do get commodified. I watch Shark Tank a lot, the show Shark Tank, and a lot of times people go, this will never work, it'll get knocked off, and then people will sell it for $1.
Yeah.
The way that you avoid that is you build a brand and you build expertise and you build trust and connection. And now even if the same exact product comes out for a lower price, people still want to go to the main company because they know it's more valuable.
Apple,
exactly. I mean,
great example.
There are people who make almost an identical iPhone, almost identical. The difference is the Apple logo on the back.
Yeah, there's tons of phones and computers out there that are a load better than Apple. People still buy Apple because they trust the brand.
Yeah.
They see it. The perceived value of Apple is that they are a high value brand.
Yeah.
Right? So if you see somebody with an Apple MacBook or an iPhone or an iPad, you automatically assume that they have a little bit higher value than someone carrying around a flip phone or something like.
And back when I was commoditized as a magician, I didn't believe that I was being commoditized. But here are a couple of things that you'll hear that will hint you that you're being commoditized and people think you're a commodity. When people ask you, oh, well, we found somebody who's going to do it for $200. Can you come down on your price? That's just because literally they're not thinking about you versus them. They're thinking about what you're offering, right? They're thinking, well, he offers a 45-minute show. This guy offers a 45-minute show. It's the same thing. Why don't they cost the same?
Yeah. Totally
doesn't make sense in the world of entertainment. The other thing is, let's say somebody's offering, you're doing birthday parties, and somebody offers gift bags, but you just offer your show. They say, oh, well, Johnny Magic Man is going to bring gift bags for all the kids. I bet you there's a Johnny Magic Man.
It probably is.
We should tag him in this one.
Yeah, there's getting ready to be a Tony Fazzelli magic, too. More on that later.
Yeah, what is it? Tony Fazzelli?
Tony Fazzelli.
I think I went to high school with
A.K.A. Mr. Magic, A.K.A. Steal Your Magic Tricks.
He's been working on that character.
Yeah.
So the other thing that, they'll be like, so Johnny Magic Man offers gift bags for all the kids, but you just offer a show.
Yeah.
Can you bring gift bags for all the kids?
Yeah.
It's like, why do I have to match and product match and price match other people? That's literally because they believe that you are nothing more than the service that you're providing.
Are you able to share the line that you use if people automatically come off with price?
That's kind of a different topic because
that does increase that puts you in a position of leverage.
So one thing that happens a lot is people will call you and immediately ask for a price. And I would say this probably isn't a good sign that you're getting commoditized because that's just going to happen because people don't know what to ask, right?
Yeah, true.
People just don't know what to ask, so they go to that. So, there's lines that you can say that really let them know, hey, if price is the main concern, I don't know that I'm the guy for you because I'm really more focused on talking to you about how you can make this event as big as possible and blow everybody's minds.
But that automatically makes you more valuable.
Right. Because
in their mind, psychologically, they go, this guy's not like their other ones.
Yeah.
If he's automatically telling me, I'm probably not the one for you, that automatically increases your perceived value.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's say you're buying a car and you call somebody and say, hey, how much for the new model? And they say, oh, it's $20,000. And you go, okay, that's a commodity. They just have one price. They don't care about whether or not you buy it. They don't care about customizing it for you.
Right.
If you call some other dealership and they go, well, we don't really know that until you sit down in the car and you can get a feel for it. We can figure out how to fine-tune everything for you, select your colors and your personality, make sure that everything is totally in line with your expectations. We know which add-ons you want, which ones you don't want. And really, ultimately, we got to make sure this car is even a fit for you. If this one's not right, I would love to help you find some other models.
Yeah.
Immediately you go, they care about me. Yeah. They care about the experience, and they know they're more focused on providing an experience than they are about just providing a product.
So that goes directly into number 2, which is how do you get paid more? You increase your perceived value.
Don't be commoditized.
Don't be a commodity.
Because getting caught up in being a commodity will really kill your fees because now you don't feel you can charge more because you're worried that people won't hire you. If everybody in your area charges $300 for a birthday party and you want to charge $1,500 for a birthday party, you're going to get scared to say no one's going to hire me at that rate.
Yeah.
Really, I promise you they will for numerous reasons, which we'll talk about later on. The real way that you want to make sure you're breaking out of that commodity or being commoditized is that you need to focus on being a trusted advisor. You're not just somebody providing a service. You're somebody who is an expert in your field. You're somebody who knows the ins and outs of what they're looking for. You can identify the problem that they're having. You can relate to them. You can show them that you're experienced, and you can provide them with unique ideas.
Yeah, so that's number 2. So number 1, don't be a commodity. Number 2, how do you not be a commodity? You become their trusted advisor.
Right, and this is super important because when people feel that you know what they're looking for without them ever needing to vocalize it, you can vocalize it for them. You immediately understand that they get what you're looking for. A great tip is when you're doing birthday parties for anywhere between 9 to 11 years old. And somebody calls you and they say, hey, I'm looking at a birthday party for my daughter or my son who's 9 years old. And you can immediately say, oh, I get it. Yeah, no, totally. It was a tricky spot because 9, we got to make sure we're finding somebody for your son that doesn't come across too cheesy or hokey, because they definitely don't want to seem too little kiddish in front of their friends. They're really concerned about what their friends think at that age range. So somebody who's a little bit more modern and relatable, maybe somebody who gets the modern trends and looks kind of trendy, I think that'd be a better fit for your son than just say, any other magician. Yeah. And they immediately go, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I just didn't know how to explain that. This is a huge tip. When you can put words to something, to a problem they didn't even know that they were experiencing, but when they hear you say it, they go, yes, that's what I was trying to find.
So how do you become a trusted advisor in the corporate sphere?
So in the corporate sphere, look here, that's super easy in the corporate sphere because with kids, people assume they know their kids better than you do, which may be the case, but when you're an entertainer, you know it works better for kids than usually they do.
Yeah, they're throwing one party a year.
Yeah.
You're basically putting together hundreds of parties a year.
And that same thing goes for corporate. In corporate, the person who plans the corporate party might do one event every other month if they're busy. If it's a dedicated event planner, yes, they'll be doing more, but they'll also be an expert. So they'll be easier to work with and understand your value better. But somebody who just gets elected to plan the corporate holiday party, they're not used to planning events, and they're just kind of trying to get by. They're just, okay, I've got to get entertainment. All right, yes, I've got to get food. Okay, yeah, I've got to do this. And when
you got to get a venue, I got to talk to
when you can talk to them about what they're looking for entertainment, and they've put any thought into it, and you can tell them things about their event like, you can provide tips and ideas and creative means that they didn't even think about that will take their event to the next level. It's awesome because you're not just worried about fulfilling that spot. Oh, we're doing a corporate holiday party. What's your price for 45 minutes? Oh, my price for 45 minutes is this amount of dollars. Oh.
And you get this.
Yeah, then you're going to get, we found somebody who will do it for $600. I'll do it for $600. That's fine. So then you get that price matching thing. It's awkward. But really what you want to do is...
And literally at that point, you're just a means to an end.
A means to an end. That's because a great way to put it.
You're literally just the guy that, they tick that box. Okay, entertainment done. On to the next thing. So you've literally provided no value whatsoever for them. And they literally could care less about you. They literally just want you to show up, perform, and leave. When it becomes 45 minutes, $600. Okay, $600. Yeah, I'll do it for that. All right, see you on the 15th.
Yeah,
literally, they just could care less.
Not only are you making less money, you're permeating their event less. You're being less of a superstar. You're being less of something memorable, right? Yeah. If you get them on the phone and jam ideas with them and come up with something super creative they never even thought of, and then you're able to tell them, hey, it sounds like what you guys really need. The bottom line is not whether or not people have fun. The bottom line is you're increasing your company's employee retention. You're allowing people to stay at your company for an increased amount of time, and you're building trust within that company because the fact that you're able to provide entertainment that's not just Joe Schmo down the street, but a big-time entertainer, it proves to them that you care about their experience at this company, and so they're actually going to be more productive at the end of the day.
Yeah, here's a big tip.
Saying things like that, by the way, are key to being a trusted advisor. It shows them that you think about this stuff more than they do.
Yeah, here's a big tip. Provide value first and then sell later.
Yeah.
If you provided enough value, you will never have to sell yourself because they will sell you for you. They will sell it for you.
That's one of my secret weapons is I never pitch people on me. And you'll notice when I'm talking about birthday parties, I said, hey, well, what you need to do is find somebody who does X, Y, Z. It happens that those are all things that I do, but I'm not saying, hey, I'm doing it for you. I just say, you need to find somebody X, Y, Z. When I plan the corporate holiday party, I say, I guess when considering entertainment, what's most important to you? And I listen to them, and I say, I know a lot of people who can do this, and this. You know what I mean? I would love to talk to you a little about what you thought about, how did you think about filling up the space while people are arriving? And there's that awkward social time where not everybody's there, but their friends haven't showed up, but there's enough people to where they can't just be quiet. Have you thought about how to fill that time? No, I haven't thought about it. Yeah, well, when looking for entertainment, here's a couple ways that you can find out if people can do that. So you're giving them all these tips and advice, and then at the end, they've learned so much, they trust you, they went, wow, you've did so much making my event better without even hiring you, literally just through a phone call or a meeting. At the end, then you can pitch your service and say, hey, if you're interested in me taking care of everything we talked about, and even more, I'll even send you some more ideas. I'll kind of show you I'll paint a picture for what it would look like for us to work together in this document. I'll send it out to you. Maybe it's an email, whatever you choose to do. And then that way you can pitch them on the fact that you are an expert, and then at the end offer your services. This is amazing tip for YouTube channels. A lot of guys will I watched a bunch of car rebuild tutorials, and it's like this guy rebuilding a salvaged vehicle, and then at the end he's like, so now you see what goes into this. I'll tell you what, if you want us to take care of it for you, send it to us. And literally I bet they get so much business off that video.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, provide value, provide value, provide value. And then the sale is easy at that point.
And one thing I want to go before we get to number 3 is encouraging them to think bigger is a big part of it here. Because people think, oh, I just need entertainment because my boss told me I need entertainment. But if you can say, hey, instead of just providing an hour of entertainment, have you thought about introducing your boss, by appearing him on stage or playing a special song for him written about him and the company as he walks on stage to increase the energy? And then after the show, we would love to set up a photo booth for you and take pictures and answer questions. And we'll even give away some customized products for everybody there that got to attend the event. Now they're like, whoa, you can do all that? That would be so awesome. And you're getting them excited because you're telling them things that they didn't even think about because they just thought they needed a show. So in their mind, they may say, I'm just tossing a random number out here. They may say, okay, we have $600 for an entertainer. But that's because they have $600 for somebody to do an hour show. They have a lot more money for somebody who can come in and literally take care of everything in their event to literally make sure people have a good time no matter what.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, number 3. So number 1, we'll go through them at the end. So number 3 is, how do you take that perceived value and increase value? So now you've become a celebrity to the person putting together the event because you're helping them out and giving them all kinds of ideas and making the process easy and smooth for them. So you're basically becoming a celebrity to them. Number 3 is, how do you actually come off as a celebrity on your own in order to increase your perceived value to that client?
Yeah, it's that it factor thing. And I spent a long time studying this. And this is my new branding and the way that I'm going. And literally what took me from charging a few $100s to charging a few $1,000s per show is that perceived celebrity that you have. Celebrities have a lot more leverage. Think about this. Imagine how much more money it would cost for you to attend a coffee shop while Jennifer Aniston is there. Like, hey, on Thursday, she literally is doing nothing. It says nothing about her speaking, nothing about her acting, nothing. Just, hey guys, on Thursday, Jennifer Aniston's going to be here at the coffee shop. If you want a ticket to come, $60. People pay that. Oh my God, I can meet Jennifer Aniston. Oh, there's going to be a celebrity at this coffee shop. I'll go.
Yeah.
Why does that? It's just such a weird thing that we, especially as Americans, have, where we idolize these celebrities and attach value to literally just people who are in the media.
Right.
So how do you show that you have that same amount of power, authority, and value attached with simply just your name?
It also goes into, how do you not become a commodity? How do you break out of being a commodity? This is the exact way to do that.
Because they can get Johnny Magic Man?
Yeah.
They can get Johnny Magic Man from down the road that lives on Dude, he probably lives on Willow Street. Johnny Magic Man lives on Willow Street, but not in the nice house on the corner. He lives in the RV because he has to do 7 shows a weekend. He can never see his wife, and his wife might leave him soon. But we'll call him after this, and we'll tag him in this video. So
he knows.
If you're just tuning in, he's not a real guy, by the way. So people are like, man, they really did that to Johnny Magic.
That guy's really terrible. Over
hold on. So sorry to cut Shane off. Just I want to close out my idea there. We talked about not being commoditized by flexing your celebrity. Johnny Magic Man down the road has no celebrity to his name. He's simply a product or service provider. He's just a service provider. But if you can get the guy who was just on the Tonight Show and have him show up at your birthday party, literally it does nothing to change the show. It does nothing to make his magic better. All it allows them to do is tell their guests, hey, the magician that was on the Tonight Show last night is actually going to be at my son's birthday party. And I'm just using birthday parties because I know that's the most common form of magician, which I wish wasn't the way that it is, because that's kind of why magicians seem cheap sometimes, but
Yeah.
but different prices for different services. Anyway, when they say that to their guests, immediately they go, "Oh my gosh, we gotta show up. We gotta see this magician. He's gonna be good."
Social proof.
Social proof. That's what it comes down to. So this can be showing off the clients that you performed for in the past. This could be proving any TV appearances that you have. Which, by the way, if you're on CBS 6 WRTV, you don't have to say that. You can just say CBS. So kind of hack your way into that. You can literally find local charities or big companies or TV stations to perform for in your community and then perform for them for free just to say you've got a chance to perform for them. So when you get a client on the phone, you can tell them that that's why you're different than these other guys because you have this social proof. And when you tell a client, and here's the thing, when people believe the event is going to go smoother, it goes smoother. When their guests believe the show is going to be better, the show goes better. When they say, oh, we've got a magician, local magician, Johnny Magic Man, they're like, I don't know, I've got to go take my kids to the park and they've got soccer practice. But when you say, hey, we've got the magician from the Tonight Show that was just on last night coming to the birthday party, they're like, Johnny, we're not going to soccer practice today. We got something awesome we've got to go to. And because they're excited to see you, your show comes across as better. You come across as more valuable. They think you're cooler. You can literally be Johnny Magic Man, just have been on the Tonight Show, and immediately your perceived value is higher.
Yeah, so what are different ways that you can provide social proof?
Yeah, so you can work it into a conversation on the phone. One thing that I've done, and I'm sure some of the people I've consulted for will listen to this at some point. I've consulted for a lot of magicians on America's Got Talent. So some of the tricks and things that you see on the show, some of them were things that started right up here in my own brain. So simply just saying that, like, hey, you know, I've helped consult for magicians on America's Got Talent. Even just saying that, being the official magician of the Washington Redskins. Oh, hold on, I'm going to just adjust this a little bit. I apologize, you guys. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Being the official magician of the Washington Redskins, if I'm good enough for the magicians on the Washington Redskins, I've got to be good enough for a birthday party. So little things like that you can do.
Right. Also, what if you haven't performed or consulted for Magicians on America's Got Talent or performed for the Washington Redskins, or literally take whatever. If you were at a local theater and you performed for some people in the lobby, you've now performed at that theater. Right? So it's just... tip. You know, it's obviously you weren't on stage. You know, there's...
Actually, I have a thing...
The perceived value is... obviously, there's built-in perceived value to that. But another way is just literally... Here's what I personally want to talk about with this is just put out content. Put out content like sorry about the phone.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, live guys. Put out content on video. Literally talk about your experience on video. Get a little crooked there. Sorry about that. Get testimonials from clients that you have performed for. If you are in passing to a celebrity, even if it's a local celebrity, perform a trick for them. And then get a quick soundbite from that person. That way you can put on your site, LeVar Stoney, the mayor of Richmond, said my magic was awesome. Or he's incredible. And that's LeVar Stoney, mayor of Richmond. So it's like, you know, even if you aren't performing for big shows or on TV or any of that, there's still ways that you can come off as a celebrity.
The one thing too that's really cool with that is that's initially how I started building my career. Was I was doing these smaller shows. I ran into Bob Gale, the guy who who wrote Back to the Future at the local Comic-Con, and I actually didn't even know who he was at the time. I performed a trick for him, and he told me, "Oh my gosh, that's hilarious." He said those lines. Well, later on that day, he ended up doing a speech. Like a talk in one of the rooms upstairs, and I saw him. I was like, "Who is this guy?" They're like, "Oh, that's the guy who wrote Back to the Future." I went, "He told me my trick was hilarious." So I put Bob Gale, writer of Back to the Future, hilarious on my website. When people would call me, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's really awesome. I would love to perform it." And in fact, one of the tricks in my show was a trick that I performed for the guy who wrote Back to the Future, and he absolutely loved it. People would go, "Oh, that's awesome." Yeah. So there you go. That's number 3: celebrity and social proof.
So I want to say on that as well. So how do you on the phone? How do you provide celebrity? How do you get perceived as a celebrity? Is to give them value. So now you're a celebrity to that specific person. Number 2 about that, how do you have perceived value as a celebrity before you even get on the phone? That's develop content, get quotes from people, and then how do you provide celebrity once you're actually at the event? And that's done through the things that you offer as an appearance fee, which is number 4. Charge an appearance fee. So explain what what is an appearance fee and everything that comes with that.
Do you know what commodities do? They provide per service or product. Do you know what celebrities do? They provide per appearance, right? Well, I was just telling Shane before this, Charlemagne, he charges $30,000 an appearance fee. He doesn't say, hey, if you want to do an interview, it's $400. You know, if you want me to sign anything after the show, it's another $200. He doesn't do any of that. He just says, hey, here's what it costs to have me there, and everything you want me to do while I'm there, hey, doesn't matter to me. We'll take care of it. Just get me there, and we'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to differentiate yourself. Because if everyone's quoting them per 45-minute show, and you quote them an appearance fee, not only do you seem different and you stand out, but now you can also just, you could provide more for them, right? You're not just doing a 45-minute show. Because if you're charging per hour, you're going to run into a bunch of people who maybe it's, I hope no magicians are charging $100 an hour. They are out there. But,
They are.
But you can just, at the basic level, your first show ever, you can probably charge more than $100. But let's just say you're, for math's sake, you're doing $100 an hour. And they end up saying, "Ooh, what if you only do 20 minutes?"
Yeah.
And they go, because they think 20 minutes is enough. Well, now doesn't it make sense that if you're charging per hour, that if they decrease the time, the price would go down? Not with an appearance fee. Whether I show up and do 5 minutes or I show up and do 7 hours, hey, pay to get me there. Yeah. The other beautiful thing of this is I do not have to worry about packing my day full of shows because my price isn't based on the amount of shows that I do. I just charge whatever I want to make for the day, put that in as an appearance fee, and whoever's lucky enough to get that spot in my calendar, there you go. The other thing that this kind of goes in with is scarcity. Your appearance fee is just to justify holding a spot in your calendar. Because if your calendar is booked up enough to where somebody needs to reserve your entire day to have you, and if they don't snag you right then and there, they're going to lose that date. Well, now you've got scarcity that proves that you're valuable because not only do you charge more, you provide more value, you're a trusted advisor, you're a celebrity, but also so many people are booking you that they might lose that date if they don't act now. Well, there's another way to prove that that you have an increased perceived value. They think, wow, this guy's popular. He must be good. We got to hire him. For instance, like Tesla or iPhone, a lot of the time when a new iPhone comes out, they're sold out. You can't get them. Tesla, like when they release a new model, sold out. You can't get them. Yeah. And that makes you want it even more because you're like, oh my gosh, these must be great phones if everyone's grabbing them up. So,
yeah. And that time thing is probably one of the biggest objections if you're a performer that you get is if you come in with an itemized package, right? So 45-minute show, $1,000. VIP appearance 30 minutes before the show, $500. Like, 30 or an hour photo signing and pictures after the show, $500. So now they go, okay, well, what if we just want the show? How much is that? So now you just $1,000 for the show, or what if we don't? Or like 45-minute show. If you actually put 45-minute show, boom, this price. They'll go, what if you just come in and do a 15-minute show? We only need you for 15 minutes. What does that take the price to? So now charging an appearance fee negates that argument right off the bat because you're able to then tell the client, well, it's still the appearance fee is still $1,500. You're getting all this anyway, so you might as well just pay the $1,500.
The other thing
because all of this. Appearance fee, $1,500, everything they get with it, the show. So now it's a full package. It's not an itemized list. It's a full package. The package includes the show and a VIP appearance and photos
and they don't
afterwards
have to
and
use
red
everything.
carpet and like
They don't have to use everything. It's up to them. You're saying here are the things I'm willing to do, and even more than this, if you think of something you want me to do while I'm there, guess what? My appearance fee covers that.
Yeah,
so
do you need me to MC your event? Do you need me to introduce people? Right.
And it has the added benefit there of you being an omnipresent thing in the event. You're not just a guy who showed up and did the 45-minute show. You were the guy who was the event. Oh, you did the meet and greet at the front door. You helped hand out the passes. You did magic by my table. You did the full show. Then you handed out the raffle tickets. Then you did the closing speech. You were the event, and now people go, that guy is a superstar. And not only do they now see you as more valuable, if anybody at that event wants you to do their event, they're going to realize how much you really did and how amazing you made their event. You don't need to justify your value to them. You know what I mean? But if you just do a 45-minute show, people say, how much did it cost you to do that show? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it also gives you the space to provide more for your clients. You're not just offering them a show at this point. You can literally take care of anything that they want and even more. You know, you can be creative with your pitches and customize things so much because now no two shows are the same because there's no set price on a show. There's a set price on you.
Right.
So.
And you can pack something, and I don't think you mind sharing, is you're playing with creating different appearance fee packages, right? So,
right, and the trick to this is I wanted my clients who are willing to pay more to get a more premium package to have the option to do that. And so what I did is I take my base appearance fee and I made that into my smallest appearance fee package, which just includes kind of some basic stuff. And those who want to pay more to have me do more this is kind of coming out of the realm of not being an appearance fee, but I'm playing with the idea of trying to make packages feel like appearance fees. And so far, honestly, I found that the appearance fee works better.
So that goes along the lines of when I very first started my media company, I did wedding videography.
I'm going to adjust this. I apologize, guys. Also, hey, shout out to Cookie. I know Cookie was in here. Lita and I went to college together. I hope she's doing well. Alexander Mel, cute dog. I'm going to wave to you guys here. There we go.
Okay. So, something that I did, I started doing that with the wedding packages. So, I told couples it's $3,000 just for me to show up. And then, if you want a personalized, cinematic, long-form video of the entire day instead of a highlight reel, then that's the next package up, right? So, it's $3,000 just for me to show up. But you still get, like, with that $3,000, you still get the entire day. I'm there 12 hours. You know, it's me and two other videographers, and you know, I'm with one group, another videographer's another group, another videographer's doing footage around the venue. So you still get all of this same exact thing. You still get all of this within that initial $3,000 for me to show up.
Yeah.
But then if you want the extra stuff behind all that, now that's a little bit extra. It's an interesting way to put it, but it's still it's still it's them coming to me saying, well, the company down the road's offering $1,000. I'm like, yeah, but I look at all the stuff we put out. Look at the social proof that we put out.
I'm gonna critique Shane live. I've been learning about not saying yeah but never works. Yeah and.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, vocabulary. So when people say, "Oh my gosh, well that's so much more expensive than the other people we talk to," instead of saying yes, but I do this, but makes it seem like you're justifying. So this actually kind of works with this topic. So you say yes and, so you can say, yes, it is more expensive, and I understand that. And that's why I think I can provide more value for you and spend more time and attention customizing this to be a perfect fit for your company than anybody else. If I charged what my competitors charge, I would literally just show up, do a show, and leave, and never get a chance to really make this one of the most successful events you guys have ever had.
Yeah.
So yes, and. The other thing that I think I want to mention here is be unapologetic about your appearance fee. Don't be flexible in your appearance fee, and be above your competitors, meaning you are not trying to win the sale. You're not trying to win the sale. When you tell somebody your appearance fee, and I always tell them, you know, if I feel it's not going to be a good fit for them, or if I feel that it's too much for them, I say, but listen, if for some reason this price package doesn't work for you, to have me come and do your event just isn't really in your price range right now, that's fine. At least let me know so we can find somebody for you who will at least do a good job. I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of, and anything we can do to help you, whether you need me to make marketing materials for you or just kind of give you guys a shout out on social media, tell me, because I want to be there to take care of you no matter what. You know, for me, it's not about the money. And immediately there, all the other guys, it's about the money. But for you, it's not. I'm here to serve you. Allow me to serve you and give you value and be better than my competitors.
Yeah.
Because when you say, yes, it's that much, no, I'm not flexible in that pricing, but I'll tell you what I can do. I can help you find somebody who's in your price range. Now you're just, it's so amazing that your time is valuable in their mind now. They couldn't even afford you to do a show, and you're doing stuff that they didn't even ask you to do, and not getting paid for it. They're like, this guy really cares about me as a person. Yeah. And a lot of time you'll win them back over with that. You'll send them different people. They'll get quotes that are much lower, and they'll talk to them on the phone, and they didn't listen to this podcast. So they don't have the tools and the information that we have. And you who did listen to this podcast had these tools in your tool belt. They're going to feel so much more comfortable. They're going to feel that you're so much more valuable. It's like, you know, you going to buy an iPhone and then being like, what's the price? $1,000? Ooh, that doesn't really work for me. And I'm going, sorry. Well, hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't you look into these phones? They're really awesome, good fit for you. They've got everything you need, and they're in your price range. They go look at those other phones. They go, ooh. Well, compared to the iPhone, they don't seem to know as much about their product. Ooh, their warranty's not as good. They don't seem to be able to do as many things, and even if I don't know that I want them, it would be nice to have. Same type of thing.
Yeah. You'll get a client that says, I know that this performer is double the price as the other performers, but those other performers just aren't providing us the same kind of value that this guy is or this girl is. So
yeah, and you want to make sure you care about them. Be excited about their event. Really, the more you practice being creative with ideas, the more they're gonna feel that you're an expert, and the more they're gonna appreciate your creativity and know that you're one of a kind. Because when you get asked to do a show and you don't say yes ma'am, the price is this much, and rather you say, hey, in fact, instead of doing a show, you know what I think would work better for your event? Have you thought about doing X, Y, Z?
Yeah.
Now you're being the leader and not the follower.
So we kind of already spoke towards it, but the last thing is stacking value. So what is stacking value?
Yeah, so stacking value is literally what we just talked about there with providing more than what they're asking you for. Instead of saying, oh, you want a 45-minute show? Well, if you pay the appearance fee, not only do we take care of that, we're also going to help you market the event. We'll do a Facebook Live video for you announcing the event. We're going to send you marketing materials to help you guys get people excited for it. We'll do a question and answer after the show. If you want to do a photo shoot, we can take care of that for you. It's all included in the appearance fee. And here's the thing. If you think of any ideas that you want us to try out and you want me to be a part of anything in the event, let me know so we can take care of that for you. It's all included in the price, so you don't have to worry about that. I just want to make sure your event is super successful. Now, again, it's not about the services you're providing. It's about you as a person.
Yeah. It's good. What else?
I think that's really it. We could really go deeper into each of these things. Let us know in the comments, either on Facebook or on the YouTube video when this comes out, that what you guys want us to talk more about, and we'll do a whole dedicated episode on one of those 5 pieces. Also, Shane, tell people where they can find the podcast. I get asked a lot where it goes. I tell them YouTube, but not everybody listens to podcasts on YouTube. Where do these episodes go?
YouTube, Facebook, and literally every podcasting platform that you can find.
Spotify? Are we on Spotify? We can get on Spotify.
I'll have to check. Pretty sure it's on Spotify. I have to check though. We do it through one platform, Anchor. Also, anybody that wants to put out your own platform or your own podcast, Anchor, ANCHOR.FM is the website. Anchor is the app. They have an app where you can do podcasts. Literally, you upload it one time. You record one podcast. You upload it one time, and it shoots out to 8 different platforms, podcasting platforms.
Send this to your performer friends so they can know that we actually can help them. A lot of people seem to not be open to advice, and literally we're not trying to say that we have the secret formula or we know anything that other performers don't know. We're just trying to say, hey, here are the things that have worked for us. Let's go ahead and have you try them and see if they work for you. If you know people who want to charge more and make more money as an entertainer, quit your day job and actually start doing this and make more money than you thought possible, send this to them so they can listen to it, and we would love to help them along the way. They can reach out to me or Shane. We're happy to give advice.
Yeah, so last thing, that was good. Last thing, once again, to go through all of them again. How do you get paid more as a performer? Number 1, don't be a commodity, right? Set yourself apart. Number 2, be a trusted advisor.
That was a shout out to my grandpa. I don't know if you guys saw that episode of Feed on the Magic. He did.
Yeah, you need to go back and look at that. Number 2, be a trusted advisor. Give value to them. Number 3 is provide social proof and increase your perceived celebrity value. Number 4 is charge an appearance fee as opposed to just an itemized list of fees. And number 5, all of those things are stacking value to increase your perceived value and the value of providing to clients, and you get paid lots and lots of money.
Guess what? P.S. Postscript of the podcast. Let's give you guys a quick example of how I know this stuff works. Before even giving my price, just talking to clients on the phone, I get this a lot. They will say, Chris, you sound amazing. We love talking with you. These are great ideas. But we can tell from talking to you on the phone this is going to be expensive. And that actually, I don't think that's a bad thing because I'm able to then justify it and then win them over. But if you can sound expensive and they can know that you're worth more before you even give a price, that's a sign this is working. If that starts happening to you on these phone calls, don't be scared of that. That means you're doing it right. So that's a little postscript for you guys as you're utilizing these tips and tricks and putting them into your repertoire. Let us know if that starts happening to you.
Also, don't be afraid to raise your prices. Literally, do not be afraid. It's super scary when you send out a price that's a quote that's double the normal price that you charge, but don't be afraid to do that. I promise you it'll work out. That is it. Peace.